Now, Stanley, I didn't call you here to rack up your billable hours, so please tell us in 25 words or less just exactly how we go about getting this annulment annulled.
You're both committed to staying married, after all.
We're staying together for the sake of the business. I'm still CEO, and for now, the board needs us to present a united front.
My wife is the original boardroom romantic and a real stickler for detail, which is why I called my best overpaid attorney to find out just exactly what it is we do. What do we do to make this officially unannulled?
Actually, it became official the moment you tore up the annulment papers, as long as the act was consensual.
Oh, Meg and I have vowed to be consensual in every act we perform, right?
If by that you mean I have veto power, yes. But in this case, I was in full agreement of ripping up the papers.
In fact, Meg was the ripper.
Well, as we say in contract law, that seals the deal. At this point, all I have to add is my heartfelt congratulations. I'll leave you two to celebrate.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, Craig.
Yes, it is.
I'll send you my bill.
Count on it, Stanley. So what do you think we celebrate, huh? Hey, I got a better idea. Let's move this celebration to the Lakeview. We'll have a 5-course blowout.
When we have mountains of work to do? We promised the board that we would keep this company afloat, Craig.
Yeah, I know, that farm work ethic. Very admirable, but trust me on this one. All this pencil-pushing paperwork will be here tomorrow. No one's going to die if we take the night off. Come on.
Does that include Rosanna?
Rosanna, I know you can hear me. Open your eyes. I know you can do it. I saw you open your eyes before.
The nurse tells me you've been here around the clock. You refuse to leave even to eat. This is not healthy.
Rosanna opened her eyes before because I was here. She felt my presence.
Your devotion to your wife is extraordinary, Mr. Montgomery.
Actually, technically, she's not my wife.
Legally, no. But am I right to assume that you only sent divorce papers because you thought you'd never regain consciousness? Perhaps you've had a change of heart.
Yeah, well, the important thing is getting Rosanna to wake up. And that drug you gave her before, I hoped that it would kick in by now.
I'm sorry. We'd hoped for a more positive outcome.
What does that mean?
The latest EEG showed no improvement in brain activity. I'm afraid the prognosis is not good.
Yeah, but she opened her eyes. You saw that. She was coming back to us.
The change we saw appears to be an isolated moment that will most likely not be repeated.
So you're telling me that you don't think Rosanna's ever going to wake up?
It's from the clinic in Switzerland, and it's way past due. I thought you were taking care of Rosanna.
I do. I take care of her every need.
Except paying for her medical bills.
It was an oversight, and it will be corrected.
Did you ever return that phone call from the clinic?
No. I assumed it was about the bill. Apparently it was. It will be handled ASAP.
I better.
Look, I have spared no expense when it comes to Rosanna's treatment. Trust me, she's at one of the best facilities in the world.
It's not exactly coming out of your pocket, Craig. It's Rosanna's money. The least you could do is pay for her bills on
Okay,
time.
you know what? Point taken. It will not happen again.
Did you also use her money to buy Worldwide? I mean, what kind of thanks did Rosanna get for that no-fault divorce?
Excuse me, I thought we were going to have a celebration here.
Do you have some kind of objection to talking about the woman that you once claimed you loved?
I do love Rosanna. I always will. But I can also accept the reality that she is no longer in my life, just like Paul Ryan is no longer in yours.
Well, there's a big difference. Paul is dead, and he's never coming back. But there's still a chance Rosanna could wake up, and then what are you going to do?
Meg, as a nurse, you should know the kind of head trauma that Rosanna suffered the night of the accident. Chances for her recovery are extremely remote.
You know, it's interesting how you call it an accident. You know, if Paul were here, he would disagree.
Paul is not here. And I thought that that's why you were ready to move on with me. Now, what's going on? You apparently have had a change of heart?
Well, there's a little gray area, Craig, where I'm having trouble believing in you.
You know I would do anything to change that.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm your wife, at least on paper. And as your wife, I can't be forced to testify against you. So there's really nothing you can't tell me.
You want a list of my crimes and misdemeanors, I'm sure that you could recite them far better than I.
No, Craig. What I want is for you to honestly tell me what you did the night of Rosanna's so-called accident.
You want the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
So help you God.
Yeah, and is that because that's what you want, Meg? Or are you doing that for Paul?
Doctor, I think you're wrong. I think she's still trying to come out of this.
I know how difficult this is.
She said something. She called my... She spoke. She said Paul.
That was before we administered the drug. And she's been virtually unresponsive ever since.
Well, maybe she just needs some more time.
I warned you there were no guarantees. The drug was experimental, as you know. And it's most likely passed through her system by now. I'm afraid the treatment has failed.
You don't know her. You don't know Rosanna's strength. Her strength is why I'm even here.
Clearly, you care deeply about her. But you need to accept that we've done all we can. Mr. Montgomery, you've gone over 24 hours without sleep. Please, go back to your hotel and get some rest.
I'm not tired.
You should try to take care of yourself now. It's what she would want.
Rosanna, I know you can hear me. And I know you can do this. Please open your eyes. Will you squeeze my hand? I don't know why I thought I could get through to you the way you got through to me.
Paul is dead. And since, according to you, Rosanna may never wake up, no one here has anything to gain or to lose by whatever you might tell me.
Why?
Right?
Why is this so important to you? Are you still so determined to unlock the real Craig Montgomery?
Not if we're staying together for the sake of the company, no. But if you want more than that, I gotta know more about you than I do right now.
Yeah, well, see, we might have a problem with that, all right? Let's say I open the door to my deepest, darkest soul, and I give you a nice, long, unflinching look at my true self. And you don't like what you see. What happens then?
Do you really think that's gonna happen? Oh my God, Paul was right. You did it. You deliberately ran Rosanna off the road. You put her in a coma so you could silence her for good.
Hello. Excuse me. Dr. Cutler said that I should be notified when there's a change in her condition. That's the best way to reach me.
I'll make sure the doctor gets this.
Thank you. Have you been looking after her for a long time?
2 years.
Do you have any hope that she's going to come out of this?
I'm afraid not. I'm very sorry.
Don't go.